Today's topic is not astronomy, okay? Astrology. Yeah, it's true.
You want the mouse?
I'll be talking about astrology. Hey! And my hazardous slide. So I saw this like a word bubble for astronomy that I got off the internet. If you see some of the words they have are astronomy and astronomical. There's also like telescope, moons, cosmic objects. Yeah. So these words, right? If you see, these words are actually used in astrology. So astrology, they actually observe using a telescope. They observe celestial objects to come to their conclusions about the Earth happenings. So yeah, under astrology, the word bubble, they actually have like astronomy. I want to focus on divination and prediction, which is like a huge part of astronomy. Yeah. Okay, so before I start, right, I want to thank Michelle who's not here yet. This is actually taken from her Instagram. So she's like the expert in astrology. Yeah.
Hey, don't say that.
At least she knows astrology things.
She doesn't want to record.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, then, so she says that astrology does not predict, it actually reflects. Yeah, so what, apparently, the earth and the sky is like the same organism, and so organism. Yeah, so whatever happens on the sky will be reflected back on the earth lah. So when we do astrology, it's like it's not really like prediction per se. Then this astrologer over here, is like, basically I can just summarize whatever it says here by saying that he cannot predict the actual future. So yeah, I can do that too, right? I can predict that in your life you're gonna have ups and downs. So yeah. Okay.
So now, how is it being? How is it being? Because
for astrology, right, the signs are actually like 12 equal sectors or like ecliptic. Starting from the first point of Aries on 20th March now. And it's like 30 degrees each. Because one whole circle is 360, right? If you are 12, it's like 30 degrees. Okay, so the Greeks believed that the world was made out of 4 elements. Then divided into groups of 3 signs under each element. So this is known as the three. So it's like tri. So three signs each of the 4 elements. And the elements are known to represent like personality tendencies. Okay, so the 4 elements, fire, earth, water, air. So fire is like for people that are more spontaneous. So these are the signs that are associated with the fire element. Then for earth, it's like more down to earth, I guess. Grounded, practical, reliable. These are the signs. And then air and water. Air is supposed to be intellectual, detached.
I'm intellectual.
Oh, you are? Maybe. Yeah. Then water is like more emotional, intuitive. So like emotional, not emotional. Right? Okay. Then, okay. The signs are divided into 3 modalities. What is a modality? I actually don't really know what a modality is. You can Google it, but it's like quite confusing. It's basically something like a quality. Like, okay, this is like each modality is linked to a season. So like the cardinal signs initiate the season, so at the start of the season. Then the fixed signs will continue the season, and the mutable signs will wrap things up. So get prepared for the next season. Yeah. Then one of the modalities is the cardinal sign. So it's like the upper, I don't know. It's like the oldest in the family. It has initiative and leadership. So they exert their leadership through their element. So for people with under the cardinal signs, they are more like they take more initiative. So it's Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. So maybe if you see like where's Taiwan? Taiwan, are you any of the signs here? Oh, okay. Okay. Then the next one is the fixed sign. So they are like more more steady on their goals. So they are stubborn in a sense, I guess. So they are these are the signs. Yeah. So if you relate this to the seasons, right, you can see that it's like at the start, right? At the start is the cardinal sign, so they have more initiative. They're starting the season. Then fixed signs is like they're more stubborn. They are staying within the season, like continuing it. Then mutable signs is like more flexible because they're ending the season already. They're transitioning to the next season. So yeah. Then these are like the four signs under this heading. Yeah. Okay, this is the planets. Planets. So each planet represents like a basic human drive. It's not necessarily the ones that astronomy calls planets. Like, for example, Pluto, right? We don't consider it a planet now, but astrology, I think, will consider it as a planet. Then asteroids might be considered also. But for them, right, apparently Sun and the Moon is also considered a planet. Then there's seven personal and social planets. These are seven, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Then this right, this is what? Oh, this is Jupiter. So Jupiter and Saturn, right, they are the social planets. Then the personal planets are just like Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Then Pluto is included as a planet. Yeah. Okay, this one I'm not gonna really go through, but yeah, it's just like how I represent the planets as personalities, I guess. Yeah, same thing. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So this is like a conversation that I made to help you see how they represent your basic human drive more. So like your sun right, it's like the young one, the very youthful, a lot of stamina, energy, vitality. Then Saturn is like what Saturn is the disciplined one, so it's like strict and tough. Okay, yeah. Then Uranus is the weird one. Yeah.
Why?
Huh? That's just how they decide, astrology things. Then Jupiter is like wise a bit. Like understanding wise. Yeah. Then Neptune is the like for dreams and intuition, your imagination, mysticism. Then Mars is the aggressive one, like a lot of drive, competition, courage, passion. Then Mercury is the like messenger, I guess. So like communication, mind and intellect. So it's like the smart one. Then Venus is like basically the Aphrodite. Yeah, something like Aphrodite. It's like represents beauty, love, attraction. Yeah. Then Pluto at the end, right? But you can see here. I wrote like Pluto is hovering over the tank with Gobi that was alive, right? Because Pluto over here is like rebirth, transformation, power there. So I'm assuming that it can revive the goldfish. So yeah, Pluto is the one that is reviving the goldfish. Hey! Then sometimes you hear like astrologers say the sun is in Aries or your moon is in Aries. So the sun, right? The sun sort of represents your whole self. So if you say sun is in Aries, right, that means your whole self, which is the sun, is described as the Aries mode of expression. Then your moon, right, is like it represents emotions. So it's in the Aries mode expression. Yeah. So this is the planet start of astrology. Then we go on to houses, which is also another part of astrology. So it reflects the 24-hour rotation based on the time and location. That's why you know your natal chart, right? Your birth chart and all that. Normally they will ask you for your specific hour and minute. It's because of your they use this thing called the houses lah. So in each house is associated with a set of traits. Hi. And then yeah, it starts from the self and then it expands outward. So I think yeah, then it represents different facets in your life. So it gives of space in this lifetime. Yeah, this is what I got Yeah. So like, you can see here, right, maybe it starts from the self, then it expands towards society. I think. Yeah. So it is our together, so segmented form. And this is what it represents. You all can go read yourself on Wikipedia during research, you know what go through it. Yeah. Okay, then we have the aspect. It tracks the movement and relationship between the planets. So this is like your celestial object moving, you do it astrology also. Astrology, sorry. Yeah, then yeah.
Very important.
Okay, yeah, so aspects are the relationship between planets and their celestial object movement. So the the angles, the planet form in respect to one another. In the wheel of zodiac, remember the zodiac is like 360, right? 3 divide by 12. So 30 degrees each. So the angles and the planet form to each other. So each of the angles means something. So these are like the angles that we consider. And yeah, each of them has a different meaning. So soft is generally more like soft, nice, chill. Then hard is like hard ages, so it's more a more difficult part of your life or something like that. Yeah. So you can see here, like you see the words used, right? It's like similar to what we use in astronomy, right? Conjunction opposition. It's like yeah. Then you can read that. So textile is like 60 degrees. It's like it's very chill, it's very good. We want textile things in our life. So we also want trying things. Like it gives luck. Yeah. But we don't really want opposition. Or square. Okay, you see square is like very but it just I don't know, it's very bulky, okay? So we don't really like that, yeah. Like but in astrology it depends because actually square just because you see this aspect doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just like maybe a challenge that you have overcome. Yeah. Then how to read your own the chart. The chart is like your birth chart. So I still don't know how to read. But of course I mean I have to like train how long to yeah. So like they do like degrees and stuff. Yeah, degrees. Then you need an exact location and exact timing that you're born. Then they read your personality from this something using all the house aspect and whatever I said before. Then astrological forecasting. So whatever I said before, then they forecast future stuff. And yeah. So for example, retrograde motion, right? It's sort of like contrary to the normal flow. So this is like something also like a challenge. But it's an exception to the normal flow of things. So when you see Mercury retrograde, right, it's normally like a breakdown in communication because Mercury is like the messenger, right? It's supposed to represent communication and intellect. So when there's a retrograde, it's a breakdown in the normal flow of things. So breakdown in communication. Right. Okay.
It could be like a video call.
Yeah. Then these are the types of astrology. First you have your natal astrology, which is like your birth chart and based on the placements of the celestial objects in the sky when you were born. So the timing, your location is all important in natal astrology. Then horary astrology. It's like one of the oldest forms of astrology. So it's like you ask a yes no question, something like that. Then uh they'll create a chart at that moment in time where the question was asked, and then they'll get you an answer to your question. So yeah. Then we got electional astrology. Predicts the elections. Okay, not really. So it's used to it's not the most appropriate time. So like you wanna get married, you wanna do a test, whatever. Like you wanna hold an event, right? Then you ask an astrology. You ask an astrologer. Then
Venus retrograde.
yeah, man. Because Venus is supposed to represent love, right? And relationships. So, I don't know, man. Okay. Then Mundane astrology. Okay, Mundane. I don't know why I call it Monday. Okay, yeah. Anyway. So it predicts world events and stars. Now, as you can see, they didn't predict it. So, yeah, this actually
I mean, top check.
this is actually it depends cause like some astrologers say they actually predicted it, then some say they didn't. So, well, it depends. Yeah,
I don't predict what you do.
I guess. Yeah. Then I think like when COVID started, there was like a conjunction, right? The great conjunction. So they say they actually predicted something that would happen. But I don't know. And then another type of astrology is like medical astrology. So basically they read your chart or something, and then they tell you what problem you have or what risk that you will likely have in the future. So yeah. Maybe if you're born a certain day, you have like heart failure in the future. Who knows? Yep. Then I think this is the last one. Relationship astrology. This like those when you primary school, right? Then you go input your date of birth. Then you input your crush date of birth. Then you see like your what you call compatibility, right? Yeah, it's this thing But then this is an actual study They actually tested like whether the astrological predictions were like somewhat accurate on marriage and divorce. Because this is an actual study, the results were inconclusive. So, basically they say not necessarily just because astrology says that your marriage gonna be lasting long, then it might not. So yeah. Okay, this random stuff. So this is another study or combination of studies. Yeah, so it's like there's this thing that says that your month of birth, right, can actually influence all these things, like your lifespan, mental health, eyesight, a lot of things in your life, apparently. And this is based on science. So they say that children born at the end of the school year perform slightly worse. This is easy to guess why, right? Because like when you have an advantage if you are born earlier and you enter the school at the same time as others that are born later. You have like 8 months of brain development. Yeah, so that's a lot. But the differences tend to figure out over the years. So like your brain development catch up. So this somewhat corresponds to the astrology saying that Aquarius are the most independent sign. Yeah. Then they say that people born in autumn tend to live longer. And that winter and spring babies are more likely at risk of depression and all these mental health issues. All the winter and spring babies. Yeah, but this is likely due to the lower levels of vitamin D when you're exposed. Like, cause winter and spring not much sun, right? Then when the baby born, they don't get much sun. Then apparently they say this affects your development. In like animal studies, this actually affects their neurological development quite a bit. So exactly. Yeah, I was going to that point. Like, this is probably more towards like the countries in the higher latitudes. So equator, it doesn't really matter. You're just disadvantage either way. Or advantage, yeah. Then this vitamin D, exposure to vitamin D, it actually affects your susceptibility to having allergens. Yeah. It could be also due to like your exposure to different kinds of allergens at different seasons. Winter babies are least likely to be short-sighted. Apparently, because they say a period of darkness during the winter time, right, it helps to regulate the growth of eyeball. So long summer days might lead to a baby's eyes to grow up. So maybe next time when you all have like kids or something, you might want to put it in a box and like keep light so that
Maybe that's where the schizophrenia comes from.
So you're all wearing specs, right? Probably you're in big Scorpio, right?
Anyways,
Yeah. Because you need to do it.
That's why. That's why 90% of Singaporeans are myopia.
Yeah.
Every day is too bright. The days are bright, people are not bright.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. This is like QR code, you all can scan. It's like quiz you all can do if you all want to find out your personality type.
Oh shit, now the constellations
Can
are
I just say your
places.
slide?
Please scan the attendance QR code, look how where is it?
What if I don't?
Then like, get up.
What about the last slide? Or after this thing?
And if you haven't taken your welfare pack, go and get your welfare pack.
I haven't tried yet. Just not try.
Is this that quiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more.
Sorry, not me.
Oh man. Hey, come on. Take a picture. Oh shit, you move it. Actually, it's a suspicious bottle wrapped in a bag. Oh, let me make the
Astrology, quiz, what is it?
Sorry.
Where do we collect?
Teachers are Hello. Alright, so today I'll be giving the ops highlight for week 12. Yay. Alright, so this will be the things I'll be covering. It looks like a lot. Yes, I'll do it. Alright, so first I'll be recapping the recent spring equinox on March 20, and also the winter night sky that you all will receive on your shirts later. And then I'll be covering the M&M, which is the moon and Mars, which has been talked about a lot throughout the semester. And I'll be covering the summer night sky as well, because our next session will be in August, and until then you have no more ops highlight. So this should be able to cover sufficiently. And then I'll cover something that's upcoming in about 1 week later, which is the Lunar Occultation of Mars. And lastly, there'll be a review for the summer night sky, so keep an eye out. There'll be prizes. Right, so recapping the spring equinox. What is the spring equinox? It's when the sun is, you all know that the earth is tilted on its axis by 23.5 degrees. So, at two particular points in its orbit, both the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere will actually be aligned with the equator in line with the sun's position in the sky. And so during these 2 days, which is March 20 and September 21, the number of hours in the day and number of hours in the night will be equal. And both the north hemisphere and the south hemisphere will receive the same amount of light. Right, so, and also there's the winter night sky on the shirt that you all will be receiving later if you all pre-ordered. We also have extra shirts if you all haven't pre-ordered yet. We'll settle that later. I can't remember they are in anything to talk for this so well. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the thing I want to cover. Alright, so on your shirts later you'll get to orientate your north is at the top, south is at the bottom, and west is on the right and east is on the left. Now you might think, why isn't west on the left and east on the right? That's because this is a star chart. So it's like, for example, you hold a map, but instead of looking down at it, you bring it up above you and you look up at the map. That's why west and east are flipped. Alright, so in the middle of it, since this is a winter night sky, so I centered it at the winter sky. In the center is a very famous winter hexagon with Orion down here, right here. And then up here you can see the Big Dipper, and if you extend the line from the 2 stars here, you can actually go all the way to Polaris, which is the North Star. Right, so hopefully this shirt would be useful for y'all in the first half of the year when y'all do stargazing. Just ask your buddy to turn around and look at the map. Okay, next I'll be covering the moon. So the moon currently is in a waning crescent phase, which means it's over here, and you'll be approaching the new moon very soon. And for today, the moon set at 5:47 PM, so that means it will not be visible tonight. And the upcoming new moon will be on 12th April. And so what this means is that since the moon is not up, so the sky should be sufficiently dark, except for the street lights and stuff. So it's darker compared to a quarter moon, so you can see more stuff through the telescopes. Okay, next will be Mars. Mars was set at 11:20 PM today, so it's right now the time is 8:15. That means it's very low in the western horizon now, about 60 degrees if I'm not wrong, or 30 degrees. And it's located in the constellation of Taurus. And you all can see that this is Orion, so wait, hold on. This is the constellation of Orion, so can you all guess roughly where would Taurus be? Okay, yeah, it's there. Okay, so so Mars is right smack in the middle over there later. So once you all find Orion, you can extend to Taurus, and you might be able to see Mars over there. Yes. Alright, now I'll be starting to cover the summer night sky. Now this chart is different from the chart you saw just now. This chart is drawn but it's not on the shirt yet. So the directions is the same, north at the top, south below, west on the right and east on the left. And this shows the summer night sky, which is like the opposition side from the winter sky. That's why I don't see Orion in this picture. Okay, now I'll be covering the northern star first. So fun fact, this current song is playing. Okay. Oops. Okay, so this is a northern related playlist, I guess. Okay. And this was taken in Tioman. And you can see that the stars will trail around the center point, which in this case, since it's a northern sky, so Polaris is actually right in the middle here. And you see these very bright stars over there is the Big Dipper, which I'll cover later. Right, so first, Big Dipper and Polaris. So let's start off with Polaris. You all might remember that Polaris is called the North Star. So where would Polaris be? Yeah, okay, there. Yeah, okay. So it's there. And you all remember that Big Dipper points towards Polaris. So Big Dipper is actually over here. There is this, like a saucepan with a crooked handle. Yep. And the two bright stars, if you extend a line, you'll reach Polaris, which is the North Star. So this is one method you can use to find north sometimes, because in Singapore, since it's quite close to the equator, so Polaris is quite close to the horizon, and if there are trees and buildings blocking, you might not be able to see Polaris. Okay, this is a picture I took on Tuesday, so can you all see where the Big Dipper is? Yeah. Yes, there's an upside down saucepan over here. So, if we follow these two lines, we can find that north is somewhere over here. Right, next, using the Big Dipper, we can arc to Arcturus. So, yes, you already know the next slides. Alright, so Arcturus is a very bright star in Buddhist, which is located over here. So if we draw the Big Dipper and we extend, we can reach Buddhist. Okay, next will be Spike to Spica, as mentioned by Brian. Okay, so we drew this line from the Big Dipper towards Arcturus, and then we extend it further, we reach Spica in the constellation of Virgo. Okay, so this picture I took on Tuesday also, and there are two very bright stars in here. And if I tell you that north is somewhere here, can you all guess which is Arcturus and which is Spica? Remember, north is here, so the Big Dipper will be here. Then if you arc, what's the first star you hit? Arcturus. Yes, the first one is Arcturus, and then the next one, yes, the next one is Spica. Correct. Yay. Right, next will be the summer triangle. So the summer triangle is a triangle you can see in the summer night sky. And it's very prominent because there's three very bright stars in three separate constellations. One of them is in Cygnus, one is in Lyra, and one is in Altair. Aquila, sorry. Yeah. And okay, so oops, I gave the answer. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the three stars in the summer triangle is Deneb, Vega, and Altair. It might be quite hard to remember the order, so just remember the first alphabets, D at the top, then V, and then go south, it will be Altair. So DVA, and that's the name of a character in Overwatch. Yeah. So that's how I remember the order. Alright, next. When you combine two triangles, what do you get?
Two triangles.
Okay, yeah, you get a quadrilateral, and a square is a quadrilateral. So in here, do you all see where is the most prominent square?
There.
Okay, yeah, there. Correct, yeah, the square here. It is not very square in here because of the projection, but in the night sky it's a square. Okay, next, oh yeah, and wait Alright, so the square is in the constellation of Pegasus, which is a flying horse or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Next will be the Sagittarius teapot. It is the asterism, which is very frequently seen when people take pictures of the summer sky, because the Milky Way is very close to that. Oh, that's also an answer for the next question. Okay, so can anyone spot where the teapot is?
Next to Scorpius.
Yes, so near the center, a bit below, you see there's a teapot over here. Over here, very small. Yeah, it looks quite small, but it's actually quite big, like you'll see in a few pictures later.
So it's a little teapot that's actually star.
Yeah. Okay, so next, this is a picture I took in Tioman also, and as I mentioned earlier, the Milky Way is a prominent object in the summer night sky, and the Sagittarius teapot is right below the Milky Way. Can anyone spot it here? Alright, up quadrant 1, 2, 3 or 4?
1.
Okay, 3 over here.
Quadrant 1 or quadrant 3? Sorry. Quadrant 2 or quadrant 3?
So either here or here.
Quadrant 2 or quadrant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, correct. Okay.
Recursion.
Alright, so Sarah got it correct. It's over here. Let me draw it out. Boom. Yeah, so there's a teapot. And you might notice that the spot of the teapot is actually right in the center of the Milky Way. Yes, the Milky Way is the steam of the teapot. Milk tea. Okay, next. So as mentioned earlier, the Milky Way lies next. The center of the Milky Way lies next to the Sagittarius teapot, which is over here. And the Milky Way is also where a lot of the stars are when you look into the galaxy. So can anyone guess which direction would the Milky Way be? Is it slanted like that, or slanted like this, or slanted like that, or horizontal?
First like that.
The first like that. Okay, yep, correct. So you see that there's a lot of bright stars along this band. So I checked Stellarium, the exact line is around here. Yeah. So you might notice that the summer triangle also intersects the Milky Way. And then there are other stuff that I'll mention later that also intersect the Milky Way, which you'll see later. Alright, next will be Scorpius, which is a constellation also commonly seen in pictures of the Milky Way because it's intersected by the Milky Way. Right, so it's located near Sagittarius teapot. So can anyone guess where Scorpius is?
Yeah, teapot.
Yeah, there's a
To the southeast of the teapot.
yes. No, that's southwest actually.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, so remember, once you get the shirt, you can remember the direction.
Correct. Alright.
Right, so southwest of the teapot, there's a like a hook, a J-shaped hook over here, and that is Scorpius. It represents like a scorpion constellation. That's why there's claws and a curly hook thing. Right, so taking the earlier picture and with reference, we all remember where the Sagittarius teapot is. Where roughly would the Scorpius be?
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Always right.
Yep, so over here. And there's a very bright star in Scorpius called Antares, which means anti-Aries, which means like opposite of Mars.
It looks so red that
Yeah.
nothing.
But it's actually not Mars. Right, so Antares is this bright star in the middle over here. Okay, next. The Southern Cross, and as the name implies, it's in the south, and also it has an added bonus that it can point towards the south if you know how to use it correctly. So can anyone guess where the Southern Cross is?
30 degrees west of south.
30 degrees west of south. Okay, yep, correct. So over here you see a cross, and it's in the south. There's another cross over here called the fourth cross, but it's not in this picture. Right, so one way you can identify the Southern Cross is by these two bright pointer stars in Centaurus, which will point towards the Southern Cross. And also notice that the Southern Cross has one extra dim star over here. Yeah, so yeah. And once you draw the perpendicular bisector from the pointer stars, and then you extend along the long axis, and the intersecting point will be where the southern direction will be. There's actually no stars in this region, no prominent stars in this region, so you need to do this kind of geometry to find it, unlike Polaris. Right, so this is a picture I took on Tuesday also. Can anyone find where the Southern Cross is? Yeah, there's a cross there. And since I put this picture, means the Southern Cross must be there. Right, so there's a pointer star in here. Let me try to zoom in. Right. So okay, yeah, the pointer stars are here, and so they point towards the Southern Cross. And you see there's a fifth star over there. And so if you draw the intersection of these two lines, you find south is somewhere there. Yep, over there. Yeah, so this is taken from the engine bridge, which you'll be going later. So it's quite likely that you will be able to spot this in this particular direction also. Alright, next will be the upcoming 17 April lunar occultation of Mars. So this is a short snippet I took on Stellarium because I've never taken a real video of it before. So the moon, this was first mentioned by Grace in the first talk in the start of the semester. So the moon will pass in front of Mars, and then Mars will disappear behind and appear on the other side after about a few hours. Yes, it's quite long. This is the duration. So how to find it? Mars will hide behind the moon at 9:21 in the northwest direction at around 23.9 degrees, which is about 1 palm width at arm length.
If you find the moon, you will find it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. Okay, just find the brightest thing in the sky at that point in time. And then it will reappear around 1 hour and 14 minutes later. And it'll be slightly lower. But it'll still near the moon, so very easy to spot. Alright, now review time, and there'll be prizes. Where's the prizes? Alright, so let's see how the prizes will work. So if you all know the answer, just go up to the screen and just point or something. Yeah.
Do we have a green laser here?
You blind everyone in the room. Where have been now?
You say what quadrant of what quadrant of what? Nice. I like.
Okay, so first, where's the Big Dipper? Go. Who can find the Big Dipper?
No, I get all the prizes.
You can use the mouse to point though.
Let the point. Yeah, correct.
Oh wait.
Yay, plus. Yeah, I cannot eat.
Okay. Next. Okay, so okay, so if I tell you that this is Arcturus and this is Spica, where is north? Point where is north? Where's north? You go to the screen, Go to the screen. Okay.
Nah, try to do quick. Yeah, I think. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, next. Where is the Sagittarius teapot?
Oh, John, your turn. Let's target the Tekong.
No.
You can target the Tekong. I see Mercury in Tekong.
Yeah, we saw myself fall into a
During my life story.
Oh,
Look, I see.
yeah, correct. It's over here. Remember the spot is near the Milky Way. Yeah.
You a vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
Might not be.
Yeah, food plus isn't man.
Sure, you just need to look for trapezium.
Okay, then. Who wants one?
Throw it to somebody.
Okay, next. Alright, so where's Scorpius?
John's your turn.
Just imagine your Maui pulling up New Zealand. I will be on the earth. Consider the coconut. Why is there a coconut?
Go, find Scorpius.
This is the most fun.
Scorpius is somewhere.
Here's the clowns.
Hey, Michelle! Yeah!
Yeah, correct.
Actually, there's stinger down here.
Sweet for you!
Prince Philip is dead.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just died about an hour ago.
Didn't reach 100, so. Yep.
Okay, next. Alright, where's the Southern Cross?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's too easy. Okay, where is South?
Nice.
The building. No, it's one north. Over there.
Can you point roughly the direction where the south direction on the horizon is?
Come on. I know
Go, go, go.
Actually, you should include the false course also.
I don't have a picture of that.
Lie, guys. Your content, your whole life just sitting there. We're gonna live in regret. Why didn't we start off new things for you?
Zerong, go find.
I think the small thing. It's one small step.
You wanna go find? Wrong picture. It's not the picture.
Actually, that's all.
Go.
It's free. You.
Hey guys, let's have people for quarter one.
Oh, this is more
Pick a person, quarter person. Yes, a bit.
Huh?
Go point to the heart.
Hey, I want this. Let's go.
To the heart.
Come on, John. It's your destiny, no.
No.
Oh.
Ivy.
It's okay.
Let's make it way for you.
Alright.
Okay, yes, it's in the bottom right. Hey. Ivy Caps. Alright, hold on, let me copy the trajectory.
Are you vegetarian too?
I think that's a laugh, is it? Yay!
Can we just give Julian a shout out for that insanely accurate star chart?
Thank you.
Next question is the Northern Hemisphere, the summer sky.
Summer sky.
Part 2 of the chart.
We manually
Sequel.
made it. Wow,
Stop
I saw the time lapse, I was like, bro.
It's making business.
You should
What's that?
freelance your skills. A lot of people do that. It's like charge commission.
Next is photo taking.
Photo.